What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome not just to the Awakening World, but to World Unity Week. This has been an amazing event every year. This is our 4th year of supporting it, and I'm really proud that we get to do that. It's an incredible group of people that put this together, and you're going to meet all the core people that put it together and a lot of the primary presenters. And we've got great music. We're going to hear music from Kristin Hoffmann and Omashar and Bob and Pooki, and a very special presentation from our beloved Gary Malkin. You're also going to meet the core people like Ben Bowler and Becky Suzik and Jon Ramer, Linda Bjork, so many people within World Unity Week, and Chief Phil Lane and Chief Dwayne Perry and many others. It's like an all-star gathering to celebrate the kickoff of this amazing event. And the guy who puts it all together, someone that we all have tremendous respect for, is Ben Bowler. And so, Ben, I'm adding you onto the spotlight here. Congratulations, man. It's finally happening.
Yeah, we're back in World Unity Week, Scott. It's amazing. In the fourth year, we've arrived, and it's day 1 around the world today. And just fantastic to be here on the Awakening World to help kick it off.
Now, you're the guy who's at the center of all of this. How does it really feel for you? Like, now that it's happening, are you able to enjoy it, or are you still taking care of so much business?
Well, it's funny, Scott. World Unity Week's got a lot of centers, and it's kind of part of its unique DNA is that everybody in their own way and there's a cast of, hundreds of people that are working to put it together. And everybody in their own way is really at the center. I'm not sure any one individual could be at the center of it, but certainly this year, as we get ready to celebrate World Unity Week and the beginning of the 99 Days of Peace through Unity. It's super exciting because there's a number of innovations this year, Scott, as you know, which make it really, really different. Firstly, the quality of the content and the broadcast that's going out is just amazing. And we are kicking off these 99-day missions, and you can go to the website, you can go to worldunityweek.com, you can go to the mighty network of peace through unity.earth and join the mighty network and get connected to people all around the world that are coming together. It really is amazing to have again the musicians and the artists and the activists and the indigenous leaders and people of the heart from all over the world. Just a few hours ago, we had this amazing opening ceremony and people coming in, from literally from all over the planet. So it is super exciting and something that we're just putting the invitation out there to everybody it's not too late to come, to connect, to be a part of it. One of the things, and Jon Ramer was instrumental in setting it up this way, but one of the things that makes World Unity so different, Scott, as you know, is we're not just broadcasting stuff out to the world. We're really inviting everybody in to co-create and to participate. And these 99-day missions are such a great way to activate and to illuminate the people's purpose as individuals and groups, but to do it in a way where it's all connected. And so what you're doing with the Awakening World and your mission of tripling your audience and how that connects to everyone else's mission, we're finding in this great tapestry all things connected, as our good friend Dr. Julie Krull is always saying. And of course, now we have the hollow movement and the unitive narrative. All of these are, subtly distinct expressions of that same one unified field. And it's really exciting. World Unity Week is a space and a place where that field gets activated, things get born, things get merged and become something new. And just to close that out, we are holding, and it's holding us, this idea of a new earth rising. And we've been able to feel it over the last few months, calling us forward and inviting us forward. And you hear it in the amazing music of Kristin Hoffmann. You're going to hear it in the song of Pooki Lee and Bob Baker a little bit later today as well. So it's a new earth rising, and we just give thanks and we acknowledge and honor everybody and all the hard work and all the dedication and the devotion. There's a spirit of generosity which runs through this World Unity Week. It comes from the stewards, from the beautiful angels in the hub, from our sponsors, from our co-producers, and from the artists, from the speakers, from the presenters, Scott, and from the media partners like you. So that spirit of generosity and that spirit of kindness and helpfulness is infectious. And that's really what we're so excited about, is the new earth rising is within us and around us and before us.
It's so perfect. New Earth Rising, the Awakening World was saying the same thing. And two quick things, just want to remind everybody who's watching, if you have not registered yet, go to World Unity Week, worldunityweek.org, worldunityweek.org. It's free to register. And then you're going to get to see this incredible schedule. And the schedule is phenomenal. How many rooms and how many programs do you have?
Well, if we could do one thing, I know Brother John's having trouble with his Zoom, but if we could bring up Becky, because Becky's really, in the engine room of all of this. In the Convergence, there are, last I heard there was 25, but Becky may have an update on that. And Becky, together with Cara Stonehouse, just coordinated that beautiful opening ceremony. Sister, it's great to be back in day one of World Unity Week, Becky. Oh, we're not hearing you.
We're still not hearing you, Becky. And you're not muted. It doesn't show that you're muted.
So there we go.
Yes.
Now you can hear me. I have a new mic because I had a problem. Robert just set me up with a new mic. So here we go. Now you can hear me. So I'm just so excited. If my enthusiasm didn't come through the picture, I'm so excited about let's see everybody. It was such an incredible launch event today. So many hearts and hands behind the scenes and just doing so many things for World Unity Week and for the 99 days. And we have 23, I believe, convergence rooms, which we're super excited. So many presenters presenting in all of these rooms. And we've been working for many months, but doing trainings, Jon and I, every week, a couple times a week, working with so many people dedicated to creating and bringing forth these beautiful Zoom-based experiences many times. So the opening ceremony was just, it was so beautiful, the diversity in our group. And I'm just taking in everybody's pictures here into my heart. Just so grateful for everybody's showing up and shining up, and the opening ceremony. I had to eat some chocolate to celebrate when we finished. I know we got a long week ahead, and yet it's all such good work. So thank you so much, Scott. Thank you for inviting us today to be able to share this light and invite more people in to find us on worldunityweek.org.
Absolutely. So everybody go to worldunityweek.org, register right now. And to kind of get us going, I'm so grateful that our beloved brother, Chief Phil Lane, is with us. And Phil, of course, I'm doing an entire show with you tomorrow, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But would you be willing to bless us with an opening prayer?
And Mitaki Epi, my very, very beloved relatives of our human family, I'm so thankful to be able to share a prayer on this 4th year of World Unity Week. as well being here in the heart.
Hey, Harry.
Part of our indigenous nations, the land of the Omaha, Winnebago, Santee, Ahontuan, Pawnees, whose spirit is here with us tonight, as well as all members of our human family. So let's offer this prayer and thank you so much, Chief Dwayne Perry and the Lenape Nation, for standing strong on the Eastern Gate and never surrendering. And the great event we'll get a chance to witness in this beautiful fourth year of World Unity Week, and also to Ben Bowler and his entire team, who's devoted himself tirelessly to this vision of bringing us together. So I just want to thank you so much, dear brother, for everything. Oten Kashla Wakantaka, creator of the universe, most beloved one, all powerful one, most kind one, most compassionate one, ever forgiving one. O most beauteous one, O ancient of days, O beloved one, we call upon your holy power at this time, and all those beloved relatives who are close in our closest vein, who surround us from the spiritual worlds beyond. We give you so much great thanksgiving for all that you've given us. And especially this day, as we go forward through World Unity Week and then to 99 days of peace through unity, we can truly come together as one heart and one mind and many bodies, with the understanding we are one human family, all indigenous peoples above Mother Earth, and our destiny is to rise and to create a new global civilization. We give thanksgiving to all the tribes and nations of the East, from where comes the red sunrise. They might come together in unity and harmony and peace and thanksgiving. We give thanksgiving in that manner, in great honor. And to the South, from one comes new life. We call upon all those tribes and nations and beloved ones to come together in unity and harmony for this great gathering of World Unity Week. We call upon all the tribes and nations of the West, from where comes thunder, lightning, and rain, to come together and join us for this great World Unity Week, and on to 99 days of peace through unity, and also then to World Peace Week, then World Oneness Week, and then close out 2023 with enlighten our way together. And creator of all good things, we call upon all the tribes and nations of the West, from where comes thunder, lightning, and rain, to come together in unity and harmony in this great time. It's been foretold in our prophecies throughout the Americas that this day, the day that shall not be followed but night, shall emerge, and we're now in it. And to Kashiwakanta, we call upon all the tribes and nations of the North, from where comes the white snow, to purify our hearts and minds, we may become free and severed from all save our Creator. With great humility, we give respect and honor to all different cultures considered the masculine dimensions of life. And we ask forgiveness for what has been done in these overabundance of these masculine qualities, which brought us to almost a brink of destruction. But we know from our sacred prophecies that those feminine qualities that we all have within us, this is what is going to lead us to unifying our human family, ending war, and beginning peace on earth by 2030. So we give thanksgiving to Kashla for all good things and our beloved ones, and especially want to remember this night all those beloved ones who are without food everywhere on this Mother Earth, who are starving, dying at this very moment, all those who are plunged into war and conflict, and yet we're only one family fighting over earth that'll only end up being our graves, in which we know what those are like. So Creator, let us focus on all these positive messages that will be coming to us, been given to us. And we just give thanksgiving again for all our beloved ones, past, present, and future. Hauli Michante Washtelo, Shunkmano Hemegro, Chinupasap Emero, Hauli Michante Washte. Hello, oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal unto them thy great purpose. May they follow in thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, lead them not to themselves, but guide their steps to the light of knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, Lord, help their Lord. Oh, in our Dakota way, Shinupasapa, Shikmano Hemegado. My names are Shikmano and Shikmano, and I stand fully responsible before the Creator for my words and my actions. Hallelujah, Chante Washte. And thank you again. Big hugs. And now we're going to hear Kristin Hoffmann. She's going to light this up as she did when we first brought together the Union, the Condor, the Quetzal, Eagle, and Hummingbird. Hallelujah, Chante Washte. Oh, thank you so much again, Scott. Oh,
Bill,
oh,
before you go,
Yes.
and before we go to Kristin, would you be willing to just take a minute to share with the audience about what we're going to be doing tomorrow morning, both on World Unity Week and the Awakening World? Tell us about this program you've put together, Phil.
Yes. A little over 52 years ago, as prophesied, an eagle came from the north to Bolivia, where the prophecy of the reunion, the condor, the Quetzal, and the eagle began. And over the last 52 years, not only have the condor and eagle come together, but of course, as we know, Central America and the Amazon don't have condors and eagles. And so the hummingbird has joined, the Quetzal joined, and in Palenque on March 21st, 2023, the union was formed. And so tomorrow you'll get a chance to hear from the eagle from the north, sharing our message. And then following through World Unity Week, you'll hear from the condor, the Quetzal, and the hummingbird. So that's tomorrow. We'll be sharing, again, just a small reflection of the royalties who will be with us. Hallelujah, Chante Washte. Thank you so much, Scott. We look forward to all the royalties, and I can't wait, Kristin. I'll tell you what, I told my relatives who are around me here, I said, I've never in my life ever heard anybody who can sing through this Zoom as if you're right there in front of you before, instead of being thousands of miles away.
Oh,
So have a good one.
Keith.
Do her a good one.
Oh, I love you so much. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel every time you call us into this space, I feel it in every cell of my being. And you are going to be joining me for the release of Rainshine album on the solstice for a special solstice blessing at the beginning, right at 8:30. And I'm so, so, so grateful that you are going to open this space with me. It's going to be truly, I know, as always, of the heart, soul, spirit. And I'm just really looking forward to that. So everyone who's listening, join us also at 8:30 on Wednesday.
All right, so this is, since we're talking about this, is very, very important, everybody. So for all of my Awakening World people, we want to fully support Kristin's concert. So we will not have a regular Awakening World show next Wednesday night. Instead, we are directing everyone to World Unity Week. So please, you must register. It's free. Go to worldunityweek.org, register, and then you'll be able to come into Kristin's concert. And please note that her concert will start at 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern time, 5:30 on Wednesday night. That's where all of our Awakening World people are going to be. And it's going to be the start of her amazing, this album she's been working on for 7 years. 7 years you've been working on it. And it's finally done. And you're going to do this incredible concert. And also tell us a little bit about what Troy has created that's going to take place on Wednesday.
Well, you know what? I actually made the call that out of the we're no longer going to be seeing a video at the same time. It's just going to be the premiere of the music, and then the video will premiere live. We're going to start doing live concerts. So stay tuned for that. The video will premiere live. If you're in the Hudson Valley area, it's also going to be on the evening of the 24th. But I'm so looking forward. But before we talk about Rainshine, we're going to talk about another kind of shine, which is our beloved sister, Summer Joy Ramer. Look at her beauty and magnificence. We just wanted to spend a little time just giving deep gratitude. Both Scott and I and others had a chance to really dance our way into World Unity Week. Over 24 hours of conscious, love-filled, joyful, sacred dance. Summer really held the space together with Heather Elizabeth for a full 24 hours. And yes, Scott's pulling up some pictures from different moments. So sometimes in the wee hours of the night, people would log on and some are still dancing. I joined at midnight last night, my time here, and danced for an hour right before bed. And it was just so beautiful. And we wanted to just call up the joy and share a little bit with you all.
It was amazing. I mean, I kept my computer on, Kristin, and I listened while I was trying to sleep. And as I did sleep, I'd hear the music that she was playing, and I'd kind of open an eye and I'd look, and there she was, even at 3 o'clock in the morning, even if she was alone, still dancing. It was absolutely amazing. Imagine spending 24 hours on camera, online, dancing. And even at the end, she still had so much energy. And I also have to say, since you were here, she did it in 13 cycles. And every cycle began and ended with music from our favorite artist, this woman named Kristin Hoffmann. And I'd be in my bed, and all of a sudden, the Hollow Movement anthem would come on, or all of a sudden, 99 Days of Unity would come on. And it was like, so I slept with your music and her dancing, and it was incredible what she accomplished. And I'm going to bring on, behind every great woman, there's a great man, and he happens to be with us. Summer hopefully is sleeping right now, but Sean,
She is.
how's your wife doing after all that?
Oh my gosh, she is amazing. She really did that with Heather in support of all of us. The two of them, when she came in and told me what they were planning, it wasn't like, hey, we're going to go off and do this and have a great time. It says this will really prepare the field for what's unfolding. I'm really glad Heather's here. I mean, Summer is really out. I mean, you're right, Scott. She was still going when it was over. She had a lot of energy. And Kristin, she loves you so. And your music feeds her soul, all of our souls. But yes, she is amazing. It is such a joy to be in her life. Here, Heather, go ahead.
Well, I get to echo, Jon, your reflection that it is an absolute joy to be in Summer Joy's field, and certainly to co-create with her. And she reached out to me a couple of moons ago with this inspiration to have another 24-hour dance-a-thon in honor of dancing for peace for all relations, past, present, and future. And then a couple of weeks ago, received a deeper awareness of the flow of the dancing, just as Scott shared, that it was to be 13 different segments of the dance, and 13 being the divine feminine frequency of creation. And each one of those segments being 99 minutes. And you can imagine the intention that went into every single moment of those 24 hours of dance, every song, especially Kristin's Medicine, was and is holding the sacred space for what we are all dreaming and intending together in this week of World Unity Week and the 99 Days of Peace and everything that's emerging and flowing. So deep bows of love and honor to Summer Joy and to all who joined us, both physically and energetically. And there's much more to come, obviously, in this week. And she and I are stewarding one of the convergence rooms, the Cosmic Beloved Community Circle. And we are going to be offering throughout the 99 days, every 9 days, a gathering that will involve more of this dance. So please join us, and you can find out the info. worldunityweek.org has all of the details for everything that's unfolding, all the magic and beauty. And so grateful to be here with all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Scott, for inviting me into this space.
Absolutely. And
So much love and respect.
Please put into the chat box, the information about what you guys are going to be doing. And a reminder that throughout the night, every one of you that's watching that's a steward, we're going to do our best to get everybody a chance to come on, talk about what their program is, when it's going to be, put links into the chat box. That's what tonight's all about. And so we're going to hear from a lot of amazing people. And thank you again for what you put together. And one last time, I'm going to put the spotlight on our photo of our beloved summer. And let's all twinkle her, everybody. Let's do an awakening world twinkle. This incredible woman who danced for 24 hours for peace. And what a start to World Unity Week. God bless you. Summer joy.
And
All
get
right.
ready, because
All
I know
right.
there's going to be another 24 hours at the end of Peace Week in September. So we'll get a chance to open the container with dance and close the container with dance. Although I think the peace continues, right? It's not just for 99 days. We're going to keep continuing with the vibration.
Exactly. And, just to give context to everybody, because it gets a little confusing. Well, Peace Week, World Unity Week, 99 days, Global Days of Unity. What the? It's a lot. So I'll try and make it simple. World Unity Week, which started today, is a 1-week program where all the different people that we're connected with provide their wisdom, their symposiums, their workshops. And it's a preparation for the 99 days, which is basically the summer season for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, winter season for those down below. And we're encouraging everyone to come up with a goal, a mission for what do you want to accomplish during those 99 days? Getting a book written, starting a new job, planting a garden. For me, it's tripling the size of our audience. And we're going to all support each other with that, what your mission is. So this week, think about, what do you want to dedicate your 99 days, your summer or your winter to? And on Awakening World broadcasts, we're going to have people present what they want support for, what they're going to be doing. And we're going to do progress reports throughout the next few months. So, and then it all culminates with Peace Week and then Peace Day in September. So that's kind of the flow that you're going to be hearing us referencing. Kristin, everybody loves you. We are so eager to hear. Last week you premiered your first song from the album, and now you're going to bless us with another song. Tell us which song this is.
Yeah, I decided that last week I shared the first song on Rainshine, and so this week I'm going to share the last song. And I actually think of the first and last song in this new album as the narrator. The narrator is the lyrical voice that enters us into now, into this present moment. And then the listener gets to go on a very deep journey. This album is all about you and your journey. It's the tagline, it's behind me. It's called Sonic Alchemy for Soul Awakening. So you go on your alchemical journey, and then at the end you pop out, and the narrator, I think of this last piece as kind of the zoom out. And it says, take a breath, slow down. Take your time to be present now. Present in love. Present in the love that you are. We are so used to rushing as humans these days, and I think there's great value in just breathing, taking your time to really cherish this moment of peace and harmony. So here we go. This is called Map of Souls. concealed, lifetimes buried, now revealed. Feel the moonlight dance these ancient times, step by step you'll find listen deep, the greatest gift you can offer or receive. It's the heart that holds the map of souls. So listen deep, my dears, and step by step you will find it. Just take your precious time.
On the gallery view, let's give Kristin just some incredible twinkles. What a blessing to have her in our community. We are so blessed. We are so blessed.
Thank you all, dear ones.
You know, I want to also just remind people that Kristin is an extraordinary talent, and she could have gone in many directions with her life and her career. And she chose to dedicate herself to this, to Global Awakening, to World Unity Week, to really raising consciousness. And that incredible voice that you hear is connected to one of the greatest hearts I've ever known. She is, as a human being, just as wonderful as she is as an artist. And we're very blessed to have her supporting our awakening. Thank you so much, Kristin.
Thank you so much, Scott. I'm so grateful for this incredible community and for the Unity Earth community. This is one beautiful, beautiful family. So it will be my great pleasure to share Rain Shine live on Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific. And you know what? I highly recommend bringing your favorite set of headphones or hooking up your computer to speakers and getting comfortable. This music is for you. It's not even about me performing. It's about our sharing together. It is about you. It's about your awakening. And we get to do this together. So get as comfortable and ready to receive as possible. It will be my gift. It's also coming out in all stores on that morning at 9:22 a.m., which is when I was born. And if you want to do a morning meditation and really get used to the music first, then you'll know it at night.
Let's all buy the album, everybody. You can pre-order on Spotify. Maybe you can put that link in again, Kristin.
I'll put it. I don't think Spotify is going to let you buy the album, but they will let you play it.
Not Spotify. Who was it that we could pre-order with? Bandcamp?
No, there's no Spotify has a pre-save. It will also be on my Bandcamp page, which I would say is the best way to support. Okay. If you do want to send support, you can go to. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat. It's not up there yet, but it will be there.
Kristin, love you so much, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Big love, dear ones. Thank you, Scott.
Well, we've got so many incredible people with us, and I've been getting to know recently is Linda Bjork, and she's got a fascinating story. She was an extraordinarily successful business person, and like Kristin, she has really shifted a lot of her attention to a higher calling. And Linda, I'm really excited about what you're going to be doing on Saturday, the 24th, a week from today. We're going to hear all about that. And as I bring on Chief Dwayne Perry, would you like to introduce our audience who may not know who Chief Dwayne Perry is, maybe give a little introduction to him for us?
Sure. Well, from a personal point of view, I think he is my most unexpected best friend forever, which, everybody on this broadcast has had those moments in life where you meet someone and you just know them. You just kind of stop in your tracks and you go, "Oh, hi, are you here?" And that's how it was in Chief Perry's and mine meet cute that we had a few years back. And again, so thank you to Unity Earth. And Chief is an elected chief of the Ramapo Lenape Indians, and it is a beautiful, beautiful tribe here in New York, New Jersey, because of course the borders of Native American tribes are not the borders of the states of the United States of America. And so I've gotten to know Chief in a way that just makes me want to support him in all his beautiful endeavors, one of which is on the 24th. And there's so much to the... So here's the truth about Chief. He's a New Yorker. He runs his mouth. He is the funniest person I know. He's just an extraordinary person. But it can get a little too ooey gooey sometimes with stuff, and he lets us hear what's what. No one has a bigger heart than Chief Perry. And one of the ways that we know this to be sure is how he has treated the return of Split Rock, which he's going to tell you more about. But this is a sacred site for the Ramapo Lenape Indians and for all indigenous peoples across the globe, because it is indeed a sacred portal. And at some point pretty recently, there was a 54-acre return to the Ramapo Lenape Indians of sacred lands, the most sacred of which is Split Rock. And of course, when you have 54 acres of prime real estate in New York, what do? Well, if you're Chief Perry, you have a vision of building a global spiritual shrine for everybody to recognize their inherent indigeneity and to have a place to come and pray in the way that they want to pray. And so we have a big celebration on June 24th, and I want you all to join us. We're going to be starting the broadcast 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here at the Eastern Gate, as Chief Phil was so beautifully saying. And thank you, Chief Phil, for such a wonderful. I could really feel the depth of your. Just the importance of what we're doing here. So thank you for that. And we're going to celebrate. Not only has it been the solstice and the celebration of Kristin and her beautiful album coming out, the solstice, and we're going to have a solstice fire that we're bringing over to the 24th. And we're going to have 3 different ceremonies, at least 2 actual ceremonies, but we're going to have 3 parts that we're going to be giving you during these this 1 hour. It's going to be a good 1 hour of broadcast on the 24th, and we are celebrating global spirituality. We are celebrating the return of this sacred portal and this sacred land. We are celebrating the fire from the solstice, and everybody who can actually show up in person to do this will bring a rock, and that rock is going to be the first stones that will be put down as a foundational stone for this shrine that Chief Perry now is not only envisioning, but starting to build. Chief, I'm so grateful for you, and I'm so absolutely grateful that you're here. And please, anything that you want to add and perhaps explain more about the significance of this land and what we will be celebrating on the 24th, including what you actually call Split Rock, because you don't say Split Rock in your language.
Well, thank you. And let me also thank everyone here. Incredibly extraordinary human beings. I just feel very honored to be able to share this moment with you. Initially, what everyone is calling Split Rock, the Tahiti way, I guess I should follow Chief Phil's protocol and say, Baju, Nikiki Ai, Bemi Bukumakwa, Netelamapo, Ilungumati, which is I'm Chief Perry, and I welcome all of our relatives to these sounds. The important thing here is that we have had to steward this mountain in secret for so many years. When I was a child, I'm in my nearly 80, when I was a child, the women and elders would go into the mountains and pray and do things. We would say, well, where's all the women going, ladies? And our elders would say, that's Indian business. That means little pictures, big ears. Be quiet, because we didn't understand at the time that it was actually quite dangerous in terms of the social compact to really share that. But we kept on. Later on, it was actually a place where peace was brokered between different tribes and different peoples. And later on, as we got into the early 60s, let me apologize for negativity, but it became a place to burn crosses. That sort of eliminated the tribal people from going up there in a routine manner. Just recently, we've been really, really blessed with the return of the mountain. It was going to be sold, and with the right sounds, the right people, and the right support, Rockland County has been able to return the land to us, and through some hard work, we've been able to eliminate some growing taxation that you only find in metropolitan New York. So once again, the land is returned, and as we've been storing it, and clearing it, and praying more openly and welcoming, we were blessed with a miraculous discovery, at least for myself, about 3 years ago. In the middle of a board meeting, a New York kind of board meeting, where there's sort of no holds barred, some relatives walked in from Colombia, the Mamos. They didn't speak Spanish or English. And they said their elders had sent them here from Colombia to tell us it is now time to open the portal because the world is in need of the blessings that this would bring. And initially I'm thinking, I hope he doesn't think I'm Harry Potter. And then the interesting thing was they shared a number of items about the Tahiti way, about Split Rock, that was only perhaps known by even maybe 96 or 97% of the Ramapos themselves, which proved to be not only true, but astonishingly a powerful realization. Since then, I've been blessed to work with Linda and Ben and Unity Earth and Phil and Mandahi and so many other wonderful people to bring the gift of this back. I think the importance of the gift is that it's not a sacred place for the Ramapos to hoard to themselves. It is a member of a part of 7 sacred mountains in the world that belongs to all of us. And I keep hearing us saying it's Unity Earth, it's the world, it's action. It is. It's astonishingly true that now I believe in a time of global unity, that we are now returning to who we are. We are all returning to our own indigeneity, not our culture, not our lessons, not what we thought we were doing or want to be, but to the truth that we are all children of the earth, and as children of the earth, we all belong together, standing as one, with one mind and one spirit, and returning the earth back to the health that we've led it down to. I would just like to sort of end with a thank you and a prayer to say, Raju Gichlamokwane, we've sat here before you in a way. Forgive us in our pity, that we may look up, that we may find, that we may welcome once again the sacred ones to return. Those who will return, that we may learn the way of our relatives, of our ancestors, of the earth, of the people of the water, the earth, the sky, and the air. Let us thank you, and let give thoughts that as we walk, that we should walk in kindness, for certainly kindness is the answer to someone's prayer. No matter how small or how large, it is a blessing to someone upon this earth. So let me say thank you and say in English, amen. And I would like to share something that is extremely important and profound to me. And I also recently found, and some of you may know, there's 97.5% of the water, fresh water on the earth is constantly renewable. And that's what we're working with. And that's what you hear people complaining about losing water. But the only water fresh water on the earth that it grows in volume. I've been understanding this from scientific factors, is that the water that ran through the first woman on earth runs through all of our women today. Let us honor them. And as the Mamo said, this is not a mountain, this is a sacred temple. It is she, and it is us together. I pray that we walk together. Anishi, 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 Anishi. Oh, thank you.
Oh, amen. And Ashe. Chief, you are so beautiful. This is so extraordinary. And there are questions popping up. I do want to also place Janice Hall in this circle, because she is instrumental in us doing this together on the 24th. I'm so grateful for her. And we have a question here regarding the energies and the energies that are being restored at Split Rock. And it is a bit of it's hard to explain, right, with these sacred portals that are identified and opened, and the energies that actually go through. But do you have anything that you can, or that you can share about those energies? We've seen the
Yes.
effects of them, but yeah, whatever you have
Let
to
me
share
first
there.
by saying thank you, Janice. I hope you're here. I didn't I'm from New York, I was going to miss it. But yes, I think the important thing about this portals, my understanding is there are 7 sister temples in the world. We know that one, and in English, one is in Australia, is called Split Rock. We also understand that there are 4 more, 6 more, 5 more in the world. And the thing is, each of these sister temples, each of these temples that are opening up to the greater spirit, to the enlargement of all, is in alignment with the Pleiades. And for those who ever watch television, we know that the Egyptians and the Mexicans built pyramids so that they could sort of send good spirits and energies that way. Well, the truth is about these 7 mountains is these are mountains that the Creator has given to all of us to enlarge that spirit. And I believe over time, for whatever reasons, we've sort of diminished, but I would believe, as like the Ramapo have, we've still protected those sacred sites. And so now those sites are once again coming forward and arising. And you might say that when I talk about the Pleiades, all of you may know that all of the ancient people of the world, north, south, east, west, all of them, the ancient people had indicated in some manner or way they have arisen from the Pleiades. And today and on the 24th, I welcome everyone listening and all that you can touch and bring forward, because we are going to welcome that spirit back to us and reach out to our other brothers and sisters on this earth to enlarge the fact that it is now time that our indigeneity comes forward. Not my way or the highway, our way, the way of love and understanding and enlightenment. So for that, I'm overly feeling grateful and blessed. And as I said, I'd like to welcome everyone here on the 24th. And we mentioned stones. We're saying we'd like you to bring a stone 1 or 2 inches in diameter. Please don't come here.
With boulders.
Do sweat lodge. Don't carry a big rock up on the mountain. And we'd like to ask the men, if possible, wear white. And of course, the women wear what is naturally indigenous to them. So thank you. And I will look forward to seeing each and every one of you. And most important thing you may already know is my passion don't speak. You go, hey, what's wrong with you? Let's have a beautiful time, and thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Chief. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Janice.
Thank
And
you.
a reminder again that next week, a week from today, in the morning at 8 o'clock California time, 11 o'clock East Coast time is when the live broadcast will be available on World Unity Week. And we're also going to live stream it on a special edition, a morning edition of The Awakening World. And of course, it'll go out over the Sign Network, I'm sure. And then that evening, our show, that evening for The Awakening World is going to include Janice and some of the elders, and we're going to kind of really highlight what's taken place this week and hear more. So please do join us next Saturday morning. And any of you who can get there in person, oh my gosh, what a blessing to be there for this sacred event. So thank you again, Linda and Janice,
Thank you.
organizing it. Thank you, Chief. And hopefully we'll hear from you a little bit more later today. We do need to move forward because we've got so many people to hear from today. And so I know that I've got a few people that are needing to go soon. Gary Malkin, I'm going to ask Shenali to come on briefly first, and then we'll go to you next. And one of the things that's wonderful about this ever-growing group of us is that we really are expanding more and more cultures, more and more generations. And Shenali is somebody that I met through World Unity Week. She was on one of the broadcasts, and she's putting together a very powerful event that, again, the Awakening World is going to be supporting. We're going to do a special about it. And it's the DPOW, Power of Women. So welcome, Shenali, to the Awakening World and to World Unity Week. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and this amazing conference that you're putting together in September.
Thank you so much, Scott, for having me. And Gary, thank you for introducing me to World Unity Week. To be honest, just hearing from every single one of you, I am overwhelmed, only because in a good way, what we are doing is power of women. This is the divine feminine coming, and it's rising. And it looks like every one of you is prepared, have been preparing for so many years, and it's here. And that's what we have been waiting for. And the digital conference we are putting together in parallel to the G20 summit this September is exactly that. I think I heard Chief Phil and Chief Perry, both of you mentioned about the divine feminine. Yes, it's happening. And when you look at even the G20 summit, we see there are 20 powerful countries coming together, and there are only 2 women out of the 20 leaders. And we all have feminine energy within us, every single one of us. And we have the masculine energy within us. It's a matter of it's time that we elevate the feminine energy so we can bring balance. When we are talking about peace, peace is about having balance, stability, not having chaos. So that means we must bring women who most of the time hold the feminine energy the most in this human form. We need to help them rise so we can create the space. So the men who are already supporting and the men who need the space, to bring that balance can come together. And like Scott said, the conference is happening in September. And one of the unique ways we are taking this is edutainment. We are bringing music, media, and entertainment as a way of redefining this narrative that we are so used to. In order for us to change the way the world is, we have to really look at what are we consuming every single day via social media, TV, even the music nowadays. What are we hearing? And to hear what Kristin just presented, it's so pure, so beautiful. It touches your heart and soul. And this is the kind of content we need. And some people don't even know this is what we need because you don't know what you don't know. So it's one of those things we as a community, it's so beautiful to see the generations before us have come together to create the pathway. Like in the 60s, it happened in the 30s as well. And now it's happening again. And we do want you all to be a part of it because this is what we are here to do. And one of the main things is we want you to donate your time. That's one of the most important things. We ask you if there's any way you can support with your time, your resources, even contributions to be a part of this movement. It's about all of us coming together and grounding this feminine energy that is coming. It's coming, and we just have to hold the space and allow everybody else to join. One of the, I don't know, Scott, if I missed anything, but we are going to have some incredible speakers. We are tapping into more decision-making spaces like former and current prime ministers of different nations, UN former Undersecretary General who did 1325, to some Grammy-winning composers, Oscar-winning directors, bringing a lot of leaders from different fields together. So we are creating a space where we can talk about solutions. When women stand up, and when mothers, especially mothers, are the most important, I feel like, role we have in society, because every single one of us, what we share is a mother. We all need a mother to give us that first breath of life to come to this world. So how can we support the women and the women to create the space so all the children and the men can be together to work towards peace and well-being? So I would love for all of you to sign up. You can scan the QR code. So that way you can sign up if you want to be a part of it. If you have presentations, please submit some proposals, because we are accepting proposals through July 21st. And we have some incredible individuals, Ivy League universities that are presenting. We have 15-minute slots, so please submit. If you want to get in touch, information is there. Please email us, and we are open to collaborating. It's time for collaboration. It's time to have a shared mission for humanity and for us to come together and take this path together.
Great. Thank you so much, Shenali. And on Saturday night, August 5th, our show is going to be dedicated to this conference. We're going to have Shenali and other women that are participating. So that's going to be a really fun episode of The Awakening World. I'm looking forward to co-creating with you. And
Thank you, Scott.
thank you so much for the wonderful work you're doing. It's great to have you as part of our community. And perfect segue, because we're going to go to Gary Malkin next. And Gary, you're who brought Shenali in, yeah?
I did. In fact, she didn't mention it, but I'm going to play a role in shaping the curation of the entertainment, hopefully, in the conference online and live. I'm looking forward to it. Shenali and I have a very deep connection, and I'm thrilled that it's turning into a beautiful connection with my world, like Awakening World. And I knew they would love you, Shenali.
Oh, love you all so much. And it was so beautiful to hear. I think Chief Philly even said we're wearing white. That's the color of our movement, white and gold. This is the divine feminine rising. So thank you, Gary. You're going to be a part of curating the music. So yes.
Beautiful.
you.
I'm not wearing white, but I've got a white dog. Does that count? Yeah.
You're prepared to bring the golden age.
All right. Thank you, Shenali. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Gary, you bring some wonderful people into this world, or awakening world. That wonderful show we did a few months ago. People are still talking about grief intelligence. So thank you.
Grief literacy. Yes, grief literacy. Yeah, yeah.
And
I use that phrase.
Before we talk about what you're going to be offering this year on World Unity Week, you and I both have lost somebody we love very much. And I'm going to turn over to you to tell our audience a little bit about the passage of our beloved Neil Ruben.
Okay. Or I was going to start with what I was going to do, but as long as you've opened the door, you know, when we are blessed to have jewels among us, there is something about when they leave us, especially when they shock us with a sudden death, that it's just so difficult to assimilate and digest. Neil Rogan and I wrote music with him for his projects, and I put together literally in the last hour a PowerPoint that I'd like to share with you that gives you an idea of the impact this human being has had. If I may, I'm going to share this. Yes. And then I can talk about what I'm going to do with World Unity Week, but I'm going to open this up right here by, where is it? Slideshow. Here we go. Play from start. Okay. Oh, that was me. I'll do that in a minute. So Neil Rogan. I just want you to look at this picture. I wish I had some music to play underneath. I wasn't preparing for that. But Neil and I had the opportunity to not only write music for all the films he did for the Awakening the Dreamer Symposium, but also The Heart of the Universe and so many other things. I just wanted to show you his book, which I feel lucky enough to be one of the midwives to help him and support him and encourage him to do this. He had a download spiritually in the 70s. That was the reason it's relevant for the World Unity Week. Is his download is about unity consciousness. And this book, you open it to any page and it literally tilts your consciousness into unity consciousness. It completely, in a moment, addresses what the lie of separation, right? And I'm going to give you an opportunity to experience that directly, because I really kept on harping on him to take some of these and turn them into transformances, which I do with Sarah McCrum. But before I do share that, I just want you to just get a feeling for him a little bit. So Neil started writing for Werner Erhard in the late 70s. He was the voice of Werner Erhard in many, many of the speeches and the things that he did throughout the 80s. He also co-produced and co-wrote Live Aid Conference. And then, what is that? Then this other thing, which I'm not seeing because it's there, the Pachamama Alliance. Very beginning, Lynn and Bill invited Neil to be part of the original board. And he was very much a part of the creation of the Awakening the Dreamer Symposium. And that whole thing got created, and I got invited in to score of that project with him that has touched millions of people all over the world to understand how they could be the solution rather than the problem. This man and his capacity to articulate ways of understanding, basically he's the voice of the human potential movement. Really, I mean, those of us in the Bay Area who are lucky enough to know Neil know that this man has made such an impact. Then he did Delightment, and so it's impossible. I could read his bio, and it's impossible to acknowledge all the great gifts he gave. But most of all, I had the great privilege of meeting with him every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. We did what they call a heart share. We meditated together, and then we shared our heart from a 20,000-foot view. And we both were committed to ending the meme of Jewish victim consciousness that was the multi-generational trauma that both of us were born with, that we were raised with. And we do a lot of work with the famous spiritual teacher, Miranda McPherson, as well, which is also all about unity consciousness, right? So I'm just going to give you an experience. I'm going to give you a couple of them. They're each just 3 minutes long. And I actually want to I didn't know what time I started, Scott, so I hope I'll try to move through this. Here we go. Hold on a second. So I'd like you to just close your eyes if you're not driving and just allow yourself to feel not only the words that he's written, but the way he transmits this.
The source of the visible is invisible. We come from the invisible spectrum of love. And manifest into the visible spectrum of light. Light is love looked upon and seen. Light is love slowed down enough to become visible. The essence of all reality is love in motion. The only thing faster than the speed of light is the speed of love. It is instantaneous. Speed is infinite when something simply is. Love is. There is no distance when love is. Speed is a function of separation. Separation is an illusion. No separation, no time, no speed. Love moves at the ultimate velocity. Godspeed.
It's so powerful. So I just want to share one more because they're so beautiful and they're just very short. So let me just go here. Hold on.
You think your secrets make you special. What we withhold from others keeps us from knowing our connected, transcendent unity. The truth of our oneness is obscured by the lie of our separation, reinforced and held in place by the secrets we think we keep. We feel our unknown places, our private thoughts, our pettiness can be used as a refuge from being completely seen. Therefore distinct, therefore alone. Just know you are utterly known, understood, seen, and utterly loved. You have no secrets to conceal, no sinfulness to reveal. All is known, all is forgiven. All is, as before, restored to innocence by being discovered to have been eternally unblemished. You are consciousness, aware of its true nature. Located in this dimensional space-time. You are knowingness, knowing it knows. You know?
So it's hard not to hear this without starting to cry because the loss is beyond, we can't express it. He died yesterday unexpectedly from a brain lesion and complications after surgery. And for those of us who have been blessed to be with him for these last 30 years or so, you can't ever replace Neil Rogan. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about my presentations coming up, if I may. And
absolutely. And thank you, Gary, for putting that together, sharing that with us, and your beautiful music underscoring it. And people can go to Neil's Facebook page and see some of the writings. People are coming in from all over the world writing about their love for him. I also put his bio into the chat box here.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, first of all, I also want to say that this on Tuesday morning, and thank you, Scott, for letting me honor my beloved brother friend. It's such an honor to do that. I haven't been involved in a lot of the planning of this year because I'm busy working on this, the musical that I'm creating, which is about changing the world, and by focusing on the miracle of birth and pregnancy and bonding and the power of. That's what I'm working on right now. We're doing a big presentation on Sunday, the 25th in Mill Valley. So that's, if you want to know more about how a musical is made, go to Can You Hear Me, the musical. But on Tuesday morning, we're going to be doing a powerful launch of the very first iteration of the workshop that really started as the globally acclaimed Graceful Passages, which had started. Michael Doris and Stillwater and I co-created this and released it 23 years ago. The first workshop ever is now being offered as a thing called You Awake, Mastering the Art of Change. We'll give you an hour presentation of this, and we're so excited about it. I'm so excited, I'm willing to do it at 7 a.m. in California time. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. And we've developed a 4-step process to awaken people to how to navigate and assimilate loss into gratitude and grace. Basically, it's as simple as that. And then I'm really excited about this because I'm going off. I'm really so grateful to Ben and Irina and the team because they let me do something that was so completely not typically in my wheelhouse. But it's really, I'm excited. I've invited Shenali to be a part of this, as well as Yasmin Torehi, our two millennials, one Iraqi born, one Sri Lankan American, which is Shenali. But basically, I wanted us to have a conversation about the sacred marriage. There's so much, the gentrification of this conversation has gotten out of hand, in my view. And I'm so incredibly grateful and honored that Matthew Fox agreed to be the elder in the conversation, because he even wrote a book about the sacred masculine. So we're going to be talking about how can we build the new earth by taking the conversation of the masculine and feminine to a whole new level. Another author that talked about the masculine and feminine in terms of solar lunar. How can we degenderify this conversation into what Shenali's ultimate goal is, which is to have everyone unified around the uplifting of the ascension of the feminine in all beings, on every scale, in every dimension. And so this conversation also brings in Christian de la Huerta, amazing author and visionary who wrote this beautiful book about heroes and the soul of power. And this conversation I'm going to be hosting as a plenary creator, or I mean as a panel, as the one that pulled together the panel. I'm just very excited about this and grateful that that this conversation could go to a deeper level. And of course, I'm going to hopefully talk about the way that arts can be an important part in awakening a deeper understanding of these energies. And then just me, you can always go to wisdomoftheworld.com to find out more about what I'm up to and join up and serve. But there's this one thing, where is it? There, I had this one thing in the beginning. Oh no, that's it. Yeah. So I'm sorry about that. But that's my thing. I'm just going to get out of this page so you don't have it. And I just really, really grateful to be a part of this opening night, because World Unity Week, the vision that the team, Becky, John, Irina, Ben, and everyone working in it, they've been holding this vision that by 2030, this will be the most important event that the planet has to celebrate. And I see this gaining steam thanks to people like you, Scott. We are all working for the same boss here. And
as our wild abbot Jerry likes to say, the home office.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to thank the team, Ben and Irena. I haven't been as present, but I'm so grateful they've trusted me with these two Room One events. And this is my family. You are my family. We are the family committing to the World Unity experience. So thank you, Scott, for letting me share all this. And
Absolutely. And a couple of things. So people, if you want to learn more about this incredible musical he's putting together, canyohearmethemusical.com is where you can learn more about it. And I just registered. If you go down, if you scroll down, you can put in your name and email address. And you're going to be doing a show on the 25th in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's going to be for invitation only to savvy theater goers, to potential investors, to people who want to see, as they say, how the sausage is made. There are 26 songs, completely original story, new characters, and it's all about a young woman coming to terms with some serious trauma and facing her wounds to say yes to who she is in this life. And it's the most significant work of my lifetime. And I'll tell you, it's taken 8 years so far working on this thing. And we're going to be putting it on its feet to see how we can cut it and attract directors and lighting designers and choreographers and you name it. We're looking for that now.
Fantastic. Well, that sounds great. And again, I'm going to go back to the website. It's canyohearmethemusical.com.
Yes.
Canyohearmethemusical.com. And one last thing, just want to remind everybody that Gary has a very elaborate website because this man is incredibly prolific. It's wisdomoftheworld.com. Definitely join his community. I've joined it about 10 times. They're regulars on the show. But you're going to look at all the people he's collaborated with. Ram Dass, Thich Nhat Hanh, Deepak.
And you know, the new series on Gaia TV, the second series was launched a few months ago, and we've got new films featuring Lynn Twist on Courage, Reverend Beckwith on You Are More Than Enough, Pankaj Naram on Unstoppable. These films are beautiful, and Gaia TV is offering the second season now, so it's called Islands of Inner Peace, and I hope you sample that and give yourself an experience. They're like 8-minute state change catalysts, essentially. Right.
Gary, it's amazing all that you do. It really is. Thank you so much. I'm going to put into the chat box one more time how people can learn more about you and get more information. And thank you. And I know you'll be on the Awakening World again soon, hopefully sometime over the summer.
I can't wait. And I love you and I'm with you, and take care, everybody.
All right. Thank you very much. Whew. Well, we still have a lot left tonight. So I want to encourage everybody. A reminder to those of you that are room stewards to please know that we are going to call upon you. Becky is going to help me organize. We want to hear from all of our room stewards what you're doing. And just like, Gary had a chance just now, we're going to hear from all of you. So let Becky or myself know, ideally let Becky know that you want to come on board and share what you're going to be doing. And for all of you watching, most of you are watching us on Facebook because we go out over the Sign Network to as many as 200 Facebook groups and pages, or you might be watching us on Ellen Steinfeld's YouTube channel or on the Conscious Awakening Network or on Humanity's Team. However you're watching us, welcome. And I want to invite you, come on into the Zoom room. Come join the Global Peace Tribe. It's really easy. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com. When you go to globalpeacetribe.com, you can learn all about us, all the things that we do. When you join, it doesn't cost anything. You can get a free copy of Deborah's amazing book about how to activate your soul tribe. And then I want to encourage you to register for the new season. We just started last week our new season for 4 months. So we do 3 or 4 shows every week. The shows are amazing, remarkable people like you're meeting tonight. And these are some of our regulars that are regular co-hosts, regulars on the shows. On Wednesday night, we just did a lovely show celebrating Juneteenth. We had Academy Award-winning actor Louis Gossett Jr. with us, our beloveds Pato and Antoinette, Piper Dellums, Dr. Mama Ivy. That was Wednesday night's show. This is the show you're watching right now. And then tomorrow, we're going to have several Indigenous elders with us, as well as Abigail Spinner McBride, sharing with us all about how to embrace this new season. We're about to hit the solstice next week. So join the Global Peace Tribe and join now. You'll get the links to our Zoom rooms for all of our shows for the next 4 months. You still have time to come on in, ask questions, and participate with all that we've got that we're doing. We're doing a lot. So come join the Global Peace Tribe. Another big part of the Global Peace Tribe, if you don't know, is music. Now, you already heard beautiful music from Kristin Hoffmann, but two of our favorite musical artists are with us, and that's Bob and Pooki. And they're going to, of course, be presenting their big part of World Unity Week, so we want to hear about what they're going to be doing. And they've got music for us. And they also do a show every Sunday morning. So welcome back, Bob and Pooki. It's great to have you
Hey,
with
Scott.
Well, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, all of my relatives, to this beautiful gathering as we prepare to ignite our hearts in love, recognizing our oneness and that we are all connected here on this beautiful Mother Earth and that we all serve a divine purpose. Each one of us is very significant to the new Earth rising. You know, we all play an important role. Our hearts activated in love, the way that we walk in the world, definitely assists in this new earth rising. And all of the visions that we're all holding and all of the things that we're directing our hearts to, the things that we're compassionate about, that we care about, that are going to be presented over this entire week. We get to this opportunity to look at what some people are doing all over the world in creating initiatives that bring healing and bring unity and bring this new world rising, this new energy of love as we're rising the new earth together. That is how the new earth is rising, by our love, and we're all a part of that. So it's really beautiful to be with you all here tonight.
Absolutely, and I guess this year we're not other than doing this and having written the song, we're gonna perform here in just a moment. You're more of a you
Hey, this
don't
is
have
Bob
any.
Baker. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel.
Oops.
If you can use a little bit of
somebody's on the
was getting
YouTube
ready
channel. I
to
recognize
share
my
your
voice
channel.
there.
That automatically comes on.
I couldn't know. I didn't know if there was a voice in my head or.
No, I heard it too.
I know.
That was Bob interrupting Bob.
Bob, that's right. It happens all the time. I go to therapy for that, but anyway. But we don't have any other activities officially. But I know Pooki, you're going to be there. You're going to be ever present in the Zoom room.
Absolutely, ever present in the Zoom room. You'll see me as the vision keeper of one of the vision keepers for Unity Earth. I'm holding the vision for all that we're creating and all that's emerging at this time. Also, too, I go out and I find all of these amazing people that are doing amazing things in the world, and I bring them to World Unity Week. I bring them to Unity Earth. Marty K. Casey is one of those people. I was just talking with someone just a minute ago, and I think that they just registered online because they're doing something really incredible in bringing this caravan across the country from Santa Barbara all the way to the White House about peace. And it's 2023, 2024. I'm not exactly sure when that event's going to happen, but what I'm doing is I'm kind of like out there looking for all of the people that have a powerful vision that really needs to be shared with the world and bringing them right here so that they can present their visions, their passions, their purpose right here with us here at World Unity Week.
Kind of like a World Unity talent scout. Sounds like he's out there. We're bringing the best people. Yeah.
It's amazing because there are so many people all over the world who have the same vision that we have, and we're all working towards the same thing. But sometimes we get in these silos and we don't know that they exist, and there may be a lot of people out there that don't know that World Unity Week is happening right now. So one of the things I'm going to be doing all week long is I'm going to be promoting World Unity Week and getting as many people as I possibly can into the Zoom rooms and into being able to watch the one stream, so that, because the reason is this instills hope in humanity. right? We're looking around in the world, and if I didn't have this access, it's kind of like a bleak kind of picture that the media paints for what's our future is. But we know a different story. We know the truth. We know that love is the answer, and we know that love is rising within us. And together, it is even more amplified. We are even more empowered to radiate this love and to activate this love. You know what? I want you to know that this cannot be stopped. This love that's rising from within each one of us, it cannot be stopped. It has a life of its own. It is going to continue. And all we're doing is bringing more and more people into the circle so that our hearts can be united and we can amplify this power, this rising, so that we can all rise up together in love. And it is so amazing. I mean, wait a minute. You just got to take a look at the schedule of events. I mean, it's just so inspiring what is being offered, like all across the board. Anything that you're interested in as far as what are the challenges that we are facing together as a human family right now? What are the solutions? And there are so many people, brilliant minds out there that have solutions, that have answers to some of the questions that we're asking about how do we move forward together in unity to create the world that we all want to live in, one that's filled with compassion and love, one where we're safe and we're respected and honored, and one where we're accepted for who we are, and we get to have the beliefs that we have, and we get to ignite our love in a powerful way. And so this is why World Unity Week is so important, because it allows people to know that there's hope. So I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be out there with my big fishing net, and I'm going to just be throwing my net out there and trying to catch as many people as I possibly can to get them in here so that they can see the events that you're hosting, right? They can see like all of the beauty that is in the world, because the world is such a beautiful place. This is such a dynamic time to be alive. I mean, if you're alive right now, you got the golden ticket. Just feel like Willy Wonka right now, because you got the golden ticket, and we are all winning, and love is winning, and we are a part of that winning. And so I thank every single presenter. Oh my gosh, like what do we have? Like 500 events that are happening over the next 8 days. I am so grateful to everyone who has brought their beauty, their wisdom, their vision, their passion, their healing into this sacred circle so that we could be together and we could rise together in this love at this time, because now is the time. Now is the time for us to bond together in this beautiful way. So many beautiful people. I mean, I love all of you. So many of you I've already met. So many of you I haven't met, but you are my family. You are my brother. You are my sister. Even if I don't even know your name, or I've never visited the place that you live, you are in my heart. We are born of love. We are all born of love. And that is what we all share. And if there's somebody walking around in the world right now that is demonstrating something else, it's only because they've forgotten who they are. That's it. And what we are called to do here in this moment is we have to remember for them, and we have to acknowledge the light that is within that being, and we have to see it, and we kind of have to blow on that little flicker, right? Because it might be kind of dark in there for them, but there's a light inside of each one of us. And if that light is really dim, you blow on that light and you just acknowledge that light, and you allow that light to expand and to grow within that being. And it is beautiful. People, we just want to be seen. We just want to know that we matter, and we want to know that we're loved. And here in this circle, all of that is present. You matter. You're seen. And we infinitely love you. And we are so grateful that you have come and brought your gifts into this circle, your sacred offerings to this time. The session that David Gershon just did was so powerful. If you missed it, go and sit, because he is having you call into your heart all of the people in your life, all of this beauty, and bringing in peace as we're making our way to 2030, peace on earth by 2030 or before. Hey, you know what? I think we can do it before that. Because you know what? There's nothing, we are possible. There's nothing impossible about who we are. We are the vision of the future. And so it's exciting to be here. It's exciting for me to share my heart with you in this way, and just to be in this beloved sacred community. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing.
And folks, you should hear her when she's really amped up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is she after she's had some coffee?
Yeah. We try to avoid that here in the house.
It's so beautiful, though, the depth of your love. And, thank you for helping us to remember how to reach out to the people that are not doing so well.
Yes.
And, we're blessed. We have each other. We have this community. But for anybody who's watching, whether you're in the Zoom room or watching on Facebook and you're struggling, it is a hard time for a lot of people out there. And so come on in, join World Unity Week. Something that she said that's very important is that there are recordings of all the major events, so you can go back and watch the recordings. Just register. It's free. Likewise, join the Awakening World. You can go to our YouTube channel. We've got all of our recordings we've done over 500 shows. You can find them there. There's a lot of love. And there's also Bob and Pooki available. Bob and Pooki have a pair of channels. So I'm going to take a moment to just kind of share a little bit. That's where Bob started talking to me. Going there. They've got two websites. The first one is Soul Massage. Now, tell us a little bit about this particular channel on Bandcamp, these albums.
Yeah, similar to Kristin, we have a Bandcamp channel where we have our currently available recorded music, and where you can come in and stream and purchase downloads. I think you can even order a couple of them in the physical form. But yeah, it's a site set up for musicians, and Kristin and us are smart enough to use that site to get the word out. But you can reach it. Yeah, soulmassagemusic.com will get you right there instead of the longer Bandcamp URL. But the main place to hear, is the YouTube channel where you can join.
The YouTube channel. I had paused you. I paused your the guy that wanted to talk to me.
But you can join on nearly 350,000 subscribers. We're inching, or not inching. You'll probably in a couple of weeks will be at 350,000 subscribers. And the channel mostly features affirmations and guided meditations. Many of them feature my voice. But as you mentioned, every Sunday we stream live on the channel. You just click the little live tab there, and you can go there. And it starts at 10 a.m. Eastern every Sunday. And tomorrow our theme is going to be New Earth Rising, 99 Days of Peace Through Unity.
Absolutely.
What else
is there to talk about right now?
What time is that every Sunday morning?
Every Sunday morning we stream live for anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes.
Wow.
We've been doing that for 2.5 years.
Wow. So everybody join them tomorrow morning, New Earth Rising. And can we get a taste of your music? Can you play a little something for us?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So this is the theme. So you've been using on the Awakening World a theme song that there was used 2 years ago for World Unity Week, and it was a collaboration because Kristin did the little did a good chunk of it in the beginning, and then our chorus comes in towards the end of your theme song that people have been hearing every week for nearly a year now.
And we love that theme song.
And we're so grateful for that. Thank you, Scott.
And this is a song that we were in LA a couple of months ago. Ben challenged us, hey, the theme for this year is New Earth Rising. I would challenge you to write like a rock anthem theme song. And it took us a while to get it out there, but and many hours of layering vocals and stuff. So we're going to use a backing track for the first time. Hopefully everything works out here. You'll be hearing the music in the background, but we'll be actually singing over it. And if you're ready for that.
I'm ready.
Hopefully everything is queued up here. You want to hear it?
Yeah, let's go for it. I'll give you a thumbs up if everything's going well.
Get ready to rock out here, folks.
We are rising in power all over the world. Our hearts hold the vision of our ancestors before. We are a new earth rising. We are a new earth rising. Together we're rising. Now is the time to rise.
New earth rising. Rise. It's a new earth rising. Rise. It's a new earth rising. Rising in love, we rise.
It's a new earth rising.
Rise.
It's a new earth rising.
Rise.
It's a new together we each hold a key. Our hearts hold the visions of the ancient prophecies. We are a new earth rising. We are a new earth rising. Together we're rising. Now is the time to rise.
It's a new earth rising. Rise. It's a new earth rising. Rise. It's a new earth rising. Rising in love, we rise.
It's a new earth rising.
Rise.
A new earth rising.
Rise.
A new earth rising.
Rising in love.
All across the land.
Rising up.
Every woman, child, and man.
Rising up.
Walking hand in hand.
Rising up.
Together we will stand.
Rising up. Rise. It's a new earth rising. Rise. It's a new earth rising. Rise. It's a new earth rising. Rising in love, we rise.
It's a new earth rising.
Rise.
New earth rising.
Rise.
New earth rising.
Rising in love, we rise. It's a new earth rising. Rise. Hear the new earth rising. Rise. Feel the new earth rising. Rising in love, we rise.
It's a new earth rising.
Rise.
New earth rising.
Rise.
A new earth rising.
Rising in love, we rise. We rise. We rise. We rise. Rising up.
Rising up.
Whoa! It's amazing. Everybody, let's give them a big twinkle. We even have Ben Bowler in his car rising and rocking out to it. So we're really, and isn't it cool that all over the world, truly, we have a global peace tribe, people from all over the world. We've got people watching from Ecuador, British Columbia, Australia, Costa Rica. It's really quite amazing. You guys are in Missouri?
St. Louis, Missouri, yes.
Yeah, wow. What a beautiful, beautiful song. Love you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for receiving us. We are so honored to be here with you and share this music with you.
Yep, thanks. And great to see so many familiar faces from LA and beyond. Yeah.
You're getting all sorts of comments. Kristin Hoffmann writes, so great, Bob and Pooki. I love the great spirit and catchy chorus. Coming from Kristin, that's high compliment.
Yes.
Writes, great time. Yay, Pooki and Bob. Laura Chamberlain writes, Pooki and Bob, you've done it. That is a fantastic theme for World Unity Week.
Thank you.
So much more. So one last reminder, everybody, go to the YouTube channel. It's just go to youtube.com, and then it's at Bob Baker. Go to Bob Baker on YouTube, subscribe, and join them. Watch their amazing show they do every Sunday morning. Listen to all the affirmations they've got. It's incredible how much you provide. You're right up there with Gary Malkin in terms of being remarkably prolific. So thank you so much.
I stay busy.
And Laura Chamberlain has a very important question for you, Pooki. Laura wants to know, does the dog get a singing part?
Sometimes he gets a singing part. When he's hungry, he sings.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Or there's a knock at the door.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, thank you so much. We love you guys, and hopefully we'll see you guys on the show again soon. And
Thank
Pooki,
you.
for all your support for World Unity Week. Thank
Of
you.
course.
Well, speaking of support for World Unity Week, I want to bring up one of the great unsung heroes who really makes it all happen. And he's coming to us paddling in his magic canoe. This is Jon Ramer. And Jon, you are right there with Ben and Becky, and I'm going to bring Becky up too. By the way, Becky, you rock. I loved watching you dancing just then. You're quite the dancer, especially considering you're on about 2 hours sleep at this point. I want to acknowledge both of you for all that you do to make this happen. And I'd like to just kind of turn it over to you to have the two of you going to share with a little bit of people about Mighty Networks and how they can get more involved in World Unity Week and even create a mission for themselves.
Nice. You want to start, Becky? You want me to go? Whatever. I don't hear you. So.
Take it away, Jon.
All right. Well, you know, I
keep
remember
freezing.
I heard this. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I think that's apropos for World Unity Week. It's huge. And in that way, we want to be useful to you here and guide you so you can start to find your way one bite at a time. So let me see if I could share my screen. So yeah, there is a World Unity Week website. And there's also this thing we call Mighty Network. So let me show you what I got on my screen here. Hopefully you could see. This is the Mighty Network, and I'm pointing right to this. Maybe Becky, you could put a link in for folks to join, because the broadcast part of all this is only one piece of it. What we're really looking to do is converge, is to connect, is to find each other. So I'm going to talk a little bit like a Mighty Network so you know the language here. This navigation on the left, these things, you see the 99 days, these are a little twisty, it opens and closes. Each of these are what they call different spaces. So there's World Unity Week, and then there are these missions, and then there's Peace Week. So these are kind of bookends, these convergences, what we're going into now. And today, the 17th, is day one of the 99 days. So this arc that goes between World Unity Week and to these missions is what I want to talk about. So if you come here, you can click on this, and when you change, notice that these little features change. They're called features, they're like pages. So the first thing is, you can click on the news and see what's going on. And look at this. This is the show we're on right now. This is what just happened earlier. So each of these, you can discover what we call convergence rooms. So if you click on the rooms, you can find out about room 1 is one of 22, 23 different convergence rooms. And you know what? I've been having a little trouble with my internet here. So, but you can go here and find out about all these rooms. Yeah.
We don't see your screen.
You don't see my screen.
I see your screen.
I see the screen too. So whoever that is, we are seeing the screen. Yeah.
Thank you whoever said that, because I appreciate that. But if you can, if you're ever in need of help, we have this place that's called Here You Belong, the Hub. And you can go here and learn a lot about World Unity Week, about what we're doing here in terms of the New Earth Rising, what we're doing in terms of the Holo movement. So maybe it's slow and that's why you're not seeing it. So I don't want to waste a lot of time, but I want you to know what's available to you. And Becky and I have been pointing this out for folks. This navigation on the left, and when you're here, you can get access to lots of content. If you're presenting and you need guidance, there's a section dedicated to you. We have room stewards who are stewarding these rooms, and then there are these missions. Let's talk about that. So I'm going to click out of here, out of this space, and go into the missions 2023. So the idea here is to catapult forward the work that you're doing or the work that others are doing that you're moved by. So a mission could be anything that could be personal. Some people are planning to finish their book. Other people are like Scott's got a mission. We're going to triple the audience for our Awakening World. So this overview page will get you started. Then you could click here and discover these missions. And they're amazing. We've got over 40 of them already in place. And people are doing remarkable things. There's this whole mission of 99 days of radical collaboration by teaming up. You know, my computer is having a hard time. So you can see them here. They are nice, colorful. Maybe they'll show up there. You'll see. But each mission is like a mission plan with an objective and a call to action. And we're encouraging you, if you haven't already declared one, you can declare a mission. Like here's one, Anna Lou Smitsman's has a game here of hers is Play for Earth with the Earthwise pledges for New Earth Rising, which just lays out the objective, lays out the call to action. So if you go here, you can discover these different missions. And if you're so called, you can either join with them or you can choose to declare your own mission. This is what the game is about. This is not a passive lean back experience. It's really a lean in contact sport. That's what the convergence is about. And for us, we hope this 99 days is a chance to move us in unprecedented unified action. So Becky and I and a whole team of folks in the hub are here to support you. Let's just be real right now. New Earth Rising, yeah, we need a New Earth Rising because the old one is not doing so good. And hopefully this time around, we're going to take the power of love and compassion and kindness and let it guide us in how we care for ourselves and each other. There's amazing things we could do with trust and sharing. That's what the Sign Network is about. Summer and I are blessed that over 250, 350 now, maybe pages have placed their trust in us as a community so we could rise together, just like that song says, just like the message of the new earth rising. So, Becky, let me pause here and let you add in what's in place. But World Unity Week is the website. I showed you the Mighty Network. And you could go to either place to find out what's going on, but you can go to the Mighty Network to actually connect and engage with us.
John, thank you so much. That was really an incredible demonstration of an incredible mighty network that we're all building together. And I just honor you, John. You are always so inclusive, like the way you frame things and the way you always make it larger to hold everybody and our gifts is really incredible. You are really inspiring to me and so many people. And so it's just a joy always to work with you, beside you, and learn from you and your tech whiz bang. I call you the Wizard of Yes, you really are. And we're so grateful that you all are going to be joining us with World Unity Week. And what I want to show really quickly is the way for you to find on the website. So I put that in the chat, as well as the link to join the Mighty Network. Both are free for you to join. You go to World Unity Week and you can fill out a participation form where you can, you'll receive emails. When you come out to worldunityweek.org, you can also access the list of the missions like John showed you on the Mighty Network, or the schedule. You can see, that was the question the first couple of years we had was, how do you see the schedule? We've made it so much easier. You just go to worldunityweek.org and you can see the rooms, the list of the rooms that we met. And we saw many of our stewards today in the opening ceremony. You can find a room title that feels resonant with you and you just pop in there. And you click on a room and you can jump into the Zoom room from an event that's published. We'll go into the life skills room and have a look here. I think both John's and my computers need a rest because they're both working on overdrive. But you can click onto an event right here, and you can learn where to watch it. And if there's an open Zoom room, there'll be a link in on the event listing where you can actually come into the Zoom room. So spend a little bit of time on the worldunityweek.org site. And then again, on every single page, pretty much, if you have any questions or you want to have some conversations with some of our hub angels that work there, you can come to the hub. We'll click on this room right here, the Cosmic Beloved Community Circle, which Heather Elizabeth is the room steward of, and she's here. Right here is a link to our Zoom room, and we are personing this as many hours as we can to help answer your questions. It's a virtual help desk, so we're so grateful. This is it's incredible.
One thing I just wanted to point out, just kind of how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time. To Omashar, on each of those events and on the Mighty Network, you can add them to your calendar. And it does the translation of time zones, right? So, because when we agreed to do all the time zones in New York time, Eastern time, it's then could be confusing. Well, the computer does the translation for you. So on World Unity Week, if you go to add it to your calendar, it'll put it on your calendar in whatever time zone you're in. So you can really lay out the next 8 days and say, okay, here's something I don't want to miss. Here's something else I don't want to miss. And that way it's going to be available on your phone as well as your computer. And it's true for both the Mighty Network and World Unity Week. There's more there than anyone could participate in. So therefore, it kind of is on all of us to start to get clear. And that's why we want you to use this 99-day time frame. Where do you want to be in September? What's the world going to look like come September? And what can we do between the current state that we're in and that desired state we want to get to propel ourselves forward? That's the dream of a new earth rising. Everybody's important into this. We don't know how to do this. This is a wish and a prayer. So we want to see a mass collaboration turn into a radical collaboration on radical collaboration. So that's the dream. That's the hope. It's up to us. Let's see where we're going to be in September. We can set those intentions forward starting now. please do. And know that if you need help, we're available here to help you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see that Ingrid from the Hub just joined us. She's talking about one of our Hub angels. She's here. She's probably still in the Hub too.
Thank you for all the Hub Angels, everybody who has participated. Again, lots of love to Ben Bowler, who's, I think, watching still from his car, which is fun. And John and Becky, I love you guys so much.
Grateful to you, Scott.
Now, Becky, I want you to, you're doing something special. You want to share what you're going to be doing, your offering?
So during World Unity Week, I actually have two missions that I'm part of. One is vegan for good for 99 days, where we're just inviting everybody to consider what is on your food plate every day, and what are you eating that is kind to your body and also kind to animals. Not eating animals, particularly. I'm a vegan. That's what being vegan is, and it doesn't mean not delicious. So that's one of the missions that Irina Morrison and I are holding with Ben Bowler and my partner Robert and Nina. We're all hoping that you all will consider as many days, like John says, as many days as you might choose to experiment with removing any animal products from your diet. It's good for you. It's also good for the planet and reducing carbon emissions, as well as many other resources. And the other thing, I have the 99 days of creatively expressing your heart in the Joy Fuel room starting on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Every Tuesday for 14 weeks, you can join me in the Joy Fuel Hearts Zoom room, and we will do things. There'll be prompts every week where you can have creative muse with me and other people who are in the sacred Zoom. And so you're all invited to come and play and express your beautiful heart. We all have such art possibilities in each of us, and it's such a great joy in me to be a creativity activist and support you with that. So thank you for inviting me to share that, Scott. Really appreciate it.
And I'm excited. Becky is going to be on an upcoming show. It's Pride Month. June is Pride Month. And on June 28th, that's a week from this Wednesday, we're going to be celebrating Pride. And Becky, who is a minister, also we discovered in talking to each other a real common appreciation and desire to support I always get the letters confused.
LGBTQ plus IA.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's June 28th. So looking forward to that. And
thank you.
And Jasmine Bear supports the vegan. She's wanting to, she's here to represent the animal kingdom. So she's grateful for.
I want to give her a banana biscuit. I give my dog the banana flavored biscuits. He loves them.
That's
dog
great.
biscuits.
She eats carrots. She does eat carrots. Becky, thank you so much.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much.
Everybody, so room stewards.
Yes, Janice Hall is here from the Global Fire Ceremony room. And I know there's so many incredible things going on in that room. And so Janice might be able to share a few highlights.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Connie and Andrew and Maureen first. Then we'll go to Janice, and then Omashar is going to play a song. And any other room stewards that want to speak, please reach out to Becky. So yeah, this is where we're going to get to hear from some of our room stewards and what they're going to be doing. And we're going to start with our beloved newlyweds, Connie and Andrew, and their wonderful partner, Maureen. Welcome and tell us what you guys are doing for World Unity Week.
Well, Connie asked me to speak first, so I will honor her request. And are we excited yet? Oh my goodness, what a feast, what a feast. And New Earth rising, and can you feel your cells rising? My presentation on Monday, the 19th at 12:30 for an hour and a half Eastern time is New Human Rising. And I'm super excited simply because it is the launch of a long awaited program that I've just been chomping at the bit to share called the Cosmic Chrysalis. So in the fall, I'll be launching that for an annual program for anyone that wants to come and activate our imaginal cells in evolutionary ways of regrowing teeth and just phenomenal programs that we already have within us. And so how do we activate those? So I'm super excited about that. And then so the 99 days of Peace Through Unity will be in incubation as we prepare for that program in the fall. So yes, so Monday coming, and let's have fun, power hosing off the muck from the meltdown and freshening up and rise and shine as imaginal cells coming together to co-create this new earth. Woohoo! I'm so excited, and there's so much of a feast, as I said. And now, if you can't wait till Monday, there's lots going on Sunday. And by the way, Monday, I'm honored to be in the Healing for Rising room. And so Sunday, I get to play with Connie and Andrew, Best Beloveds, and we're going to be in the Journeys for Frequencies for the New Earth and Sacred Geometries with Janice Coyle and Antonia Albano. And so that is, I'm just going to, what we're preparing, what we are excited about is rapid transit to the new earth. So we're clearing the field of all of the interferences that are unnecessary. And then Connie and Andrew are once again taking us through their brilliant trust frequency 10 assumptions for a new paradigm, a new earth. So please join us. And that is the launch for a 12-week program that we are doing starting in July together, a brand new online 12-week course. So we're super excited about having that all ready for you, for everyone that wants to play and jump on the train with us. And so here is Connie and Andrew.
Thank you, Maureen. But what you didn't mention was your inner resonance technologies.
Oh, right. You might want to mention that.
That you can just say what that does for clearing the track quickly.
Well, okay, very quickly, because I'm conscious of time here. IRT, Inner Resonance Technologies, allows your superconscious quantum self to roam the field at free will and neutralize anything that's not serving our greater good individually and collectively. So it's a fast track. That's the fast track part, where you just get to go on holiday somewhere, imagining and visioning in the new earth, while everything is getting neutralized in your field that is no longer relevant or useful. It's where the signals come from that take us out. So let's just neutralize the signals and move it on out.
Yes, so she clears the track for the trust frequency, which is 10 assumptions for a new paradigm. And we walk into total trust of a conscious, loving, abundant universe, moving beyond duality, right, wrong, good, evil, victim, perpetrator, which is a huge leap. So we need Maureen to clear that track from all that old conditioning and old ways of thinking that humanity's been in for millennia. So that's what we're up to with Maureen on Sunday. And then on Wednesday, Andrew and I do our shifting frequencies, indigenous cosmology, and unified physics. So we put the whole physics and cosmological background to the trust frequency. So we aid people in really being able to take our minds and align with our hearts and walk in total trust, knowing we are loved, and everything is love. So, Andrew, I think, do you want to say anything, or we need to just let it go?
I could very quickly say that part of my role in all of this is to lead us, to take us on you could think of as a shamanic journey into the deepest realities of physics, going to the deepest levels of the conscious, loving universe. And down there at that tiniest little pixel at the Planck scale is a wormhole. And through that wormhole is the largest scale. So it's going to be fun. Come along.
We are the conscious, loving universe. And we'll put the links to our presentations in the chat. And thank you so much, Scott. And thank you, Jon and Becky, for creating this amazing forum for this sharing and catalyzing this journey to the new earth. Yay!
Big recommendation, everybody. Connie and Andrew do a great job, and I have so much respect for their wisdom. They have taken an incredible understanding and put it into easy to understand ways. So definitely go play with them and with Maureen for sure. All right, we're going to hear from Janet Hall, and then it's going to be time for some music with Omashar. So I am looking for you. There you are, Janice. Janice, I know you're a big part of World Unity Week. Tell us what you've got planned.
Well, I'm sort of behind the scenes in a lot of ways because my last name is Hall. That seems to be my dharma, the connecting link. But a couple of things I'll mention real quick here. And that is that I have been blessed through the gift of a request by our dear beloved Chief Phil Lane to be a steward of the sacred prayers of 22 women. And I have been doing that with Sister Joan Henry and Sister Ejna and Adriana and a few Fumi and Becky's support as well since, December of 2021. And so I want to announce that we do it on the 22nd of every single month. 22 women pray for 2 minutes or so. When you're in a prayer, it's sometimes more than 2. And we have many, many, many people who join us in the rooms to hold the space, but 22 people pray for 2 minutes each. And this month, we invite all to help us hold that field because we want to take advantage of the solstice and this powerful portal at this time to connect deeply with and pray for all the sacred spots of Mother Earth, whether personal or widely recognized. And that will culminate on a Saturday for this chapter with Chief Perry. And you may wonder about what I have behind me, the Cosmic Madonna. I'll just say that for a moment. While I was in a weekly Unity Earth Zoom, all of a sudden the Cosmic Madonna came across my screen. My girlfriend has been the agent for selling this Dali painting, which has been in a private collection for 50 years. And it synchronistically popped up in the middle of this Unity Earth Zoom. And we felt like it was really guided by the Cosmic Mother. And it ignited this really dynamic dialogue that several of us have really been following for many weeks. And so it came to me after this incredible painting by Dali during his time of his mystic time where he was looking at quantum physics and religion and where did that all come from. So for me, instead of trying to talk about Dali himself, what came up for me was why after 50 years did this painting pop up for the first time? What does this mean? And what does the Madonna have to say at this time? Now, she has guided me from my birth because I was dedicated to her by my parents. And so this nuclear mysticism era of his, where this painting is sort of dissolving in the cosmos as yet is being formed, and the feminine side is the left side, and that is strong, and the right side is the masculine side, and that's sort of dissolving. We saw the likening to the dissolving of the patriarchy at this point in time. So, and the rising of the feminine, both in the masculine and in both men and women. And so what we are going to explore in this session, this plenary session on Monday evening, 7 to 8:30, is how could a conscious partnership with the Cosmic Madonna expand our ability to co-create the new Earth rising. So we're going to use film, music, contemplation, and we have a number of visionary thinkers along the way as well. Anasuya Isaacs, who many of you know is the mystic midwife. Rianne Eisler, very famous for her writing of The Chalice and the Blade. Victoria Friedman, who is a visionary artist and author and also on the board of Unity Earth. Lolo Me. Sherry Sophia Herndon, who is an evolutionary leader and is an expert in evolutionary culture. Ben will join us. And my dear longtime friend, Duncan Campbell, who has a weekly radio show on public broadcasting called Living Dialogues. Many of the people that you will see throughout World Unity Week this week, Duncan interviewed them 10, 20 years ago. Many of them, like Tamsin, you might want to know, John. Duncan interviewed her like 20 years ago or something like that, or a long time ago. So he will join us as well. So we're balancing both the masculine and the feminine on this extraordinary exploration into what does the cosmic Madonna have to say at this moment. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Janet. And I think you're going to be, I'm Janice, you're going to be participating in providing some wonderful people for our closing show.
Yes.
From tonight on the 24th, you're bringing in some elders to share with us a week from tonight, yeah?
Yes, yes. I'm hoping to bring Uncle Lewis, who is Nunkari, which is a medicine man of the Bundjalung country in Australia. And he's the guy you call when you want it to rain. Okay. Wow. He comes and it rains. Uncle Bunalori, who holds the whale dreaming of Australia. And he's also an incredible musician. And he also is really asking for support and recognition of the Bight. He lives, the Bight is a part of a southern Australia, western, wait a minute, I'm terrible at geography, Australia. It's the point where the whale migration happens. And his tribes, the Murning tribes, there's only a few of them left. They were basically stolen from their land by the colonials and put somewhere else, and another tribe was put there who didn't understand the culture. They've come back now, and they're trying to save the whale migration pathways from the oil drilling. And so they really need our understanding and our support as well. Great. Because they're trying to hire lawyers to fight this incredible travesty that's about to happen. And just real quickly, there are going to be a few more confirmed, but what happens in Aboriginal culture is when they're born, they are dedicated to a particular animal, and that becomes their sort of calling card and their guide, and they protect that animal. And when someone holds the whale dreaming, for instance, no one else can really talk about the whale dreaming. No one else can speak for the whales. Someone who holds the whale dreaming can speak for the whales. Wow. And each elder in Aboriginal culture has, Gubble, who is another elder, he is holds the carpet snake dreaming. And the carpet snake is the one that came from the stars to create the rivers of Australia. So
thank you very much.
There are more wonderful stories.
We'll learn more next week for sure.
Yeah, okay.
We got to
Sorry,
move
I hope
on.
we didn't go too long.
That's all right. Hey, Jay Mayer always provides us with wisdom jewels and fun stuff. And been hearing a lot. We just got a lot of words. So let's take a moment to integrate all of this with a little life. A big thank you to Jay Mayer for all the wonderful videos he provides. He helped create the opening video that we see every week, and in a few minutes, our Global Peace Tribe announcements video. And I want to acknowledge, this is probably about the longest before we've heard from Omashar, my co-pilot, who is the loyal, beloved friend who's always with us. Hello, Omashar.
Hey, awesome. Isn't this fun? It's just it's so huge, I can't even put my head around it. But my contribution to the World Unity Week is tomorrow afternoon after the Awakening World show, I do an hour of music and fellowship in Becky's Joy-Filled room, which is really cool. And so I've just put in the link into the, hey Becky, into the chat box here. And so that's going to be a lot of fun.
And what time? That's at
3 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern. No, 6 p.m. Eastern. I knew that. And anyway, so tailored it so that we have at least a good hour after Awakening World tomorrow, because I know tomorrow is going to be a very comprehensive show. And so there it is. And I have a little song called Welcome Home, because that's what it's all about, coming home. Becky, you're beautiful, you're radiant, and every time I see your countenance, my heart just goes boing. I know, well, that's it. I'm just fessing up. And so here we go. Let's do that. A bit of sprinkles. We should change.
I know you hear me, so please do not fear me, 'cause I'm here to lift you, restore you to glory, and love you and hold you and be your victory. My child, I will welcome you home. Let me shine a light inside, and I'll show you where your truth resides. And lift your eyes up to the skies, and I'll prove to you that nothing dies. Together we will rise again, and we'll make amends for what we've done. I know you hear me, so please do not fear me, 'cause I'm here to lift you, restore you to glory, and love you and hold you and be your victory. My child, I will welcome you home. Welcome you home. And let me take your hands in mine. As I look at you, your spirit shines. You see, it's true that we are one, and we came out from the central sun. I know you hear me, so please do not fear me, 'cause I'm here to lift you, restore you to glory, and love you and hold you and be your victory. My child, I will welcome you home. Welcome you home. inside, and I'll show you where your truth resides. Lift your eyes up to the skies, and I'll prove to you that nothing dies.
That's all, Twinkle Beloved Omashar. We love you so much. Thank you, Omashar.
I feel so blessed being here, Scott. Thank you so much.
We are blessed to have you with us, and we will have much more Omashar tomorrow night, for tomorrow morning, I should say, Sacred Saturday show, and that's gonna be an amazing show tomorrow. So
it is. Looking forward.
And you know, we can get all things Omashar at his website, and it's easy to remember how to get there. It's his name, omashar.com. The metaphysical musician, the meta pop guy. And if you go down a little bit below, that's where you can see all the links to the different ways to buy his music. We always encourage people to go to Bandcamp, because that's where he's going to get 2 cents on every $100 versus 1 cent.
Actually, no, Bandcamp are really generous.
Are they?
And, well, for instance, I got $44 the other day, and they gave me 35.
Wow. Okay. So that's good.
That's very good.
Yeah, that's very good. All right. Bandcamp is the place to buy his music, everybody. Let's do that. Thank you, bro. We'll see you in a little bit. We are winding down. And so we're going to just bring up a couple of the room stewards that are here. So I want to make sure if you are a room steward and you want me to bring you up, you got to turn your camera on. And I'm going to look for Ananda Reeves first. I believe Ananda, there you are. Hi, Ananda.
Hey, Scott.
How
You
are
remember me? We used to hang out together last summer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, it's great to have you back online, and tell us what you're going to be doing this week.
Well, I have a BFO. That's called a blinding flash of the obvious, a doinker. Oh, I got this. I know exactly what I'm going to do here. So I am part of Living Peace Co-op, and what my mission is I will be working with forming living co-ops, people actually living together in the same house and working on the same purpose. So it will look much different than an intentional community or like roommates or things like that. We're going to collaborate together because everyone knows it's hard to live these days. So we're going to collaborate with 5 or 6 people in a beautiful, luxurious home and live very, very comfortably. And our mission will be focused on the projects of peace. So we will be talking a lot about how to form a cooperative. I've had a lot of experience living in community. I've learned what works and doesn't work. And so we're going to create our own little university on living together in peace. This is literally living together. And so I can just only imagine what it's like to live in a household of just a few people. It's not going to start very big. And doing this work together as a thriving team, and there's so much work to do. Let's do it together. Let's start living together. Let's start living together in peace, because we need to be on the ground with this. And then once we form a cooperative house, then that house will become a center for information. Now, my talk tomorrow, I'm interviewing Mr. Michael Tellinger, and he is a brilliant writer and visionary and designer, and he's developed a system called One Small Town is Changing the World. And it really is. It's booming everywhere. And Michael Tellinger talks to us about how to help us take our towns. He starts with a small town, but it could be a small neighborhood as well. And we actually become owners of our own town by making our town a cooperative, a neighborhood owner cooperative, so that banks aren't owning our cities, realtors don't own our cities, government doesn't own our cities, we do. And so this is a big part of living in peace together, because we're not only going to live together in peace in our own house, we're going to make that a center of attraction for people in our neighborhood. And of course, you connect one neighborhood to another, And then pretty soon you connect a small town to another small town, and there it goes. So I'm really excited about the possibility, the reality actually, of living with a few people doing the work together and having dinner together, and having entertainment there, and house concerts and things, and drawing people in just based on our love and unity and the fact that we know how to live together in peace. And so it's an exciting project. It's just now launching. In the next 99 days, we will be launching our first house. And my vision is that, one small town starts with one big house. And we have to learn to start living together and in peace. So that's what I'm really stoked about, because I am going to personally be there as one of those residents. And there will be no ownership. No one will own the house and rent it out to someone else, because that always comes back to this is my house thing. And so we really have to learn to stop being separate. We really have to learn to start living together. And we really have to learn the lessons of peace. So we'll have our own university of peace living. And so we will do our own inner work for peace, and then our household, neighborhood, small towns. And then, we'll see you next year when we're worldwide.
Ananda, thank you so much. I know a lot of our people are going to want to join you. Thank you for your wonderful dedication and your service. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, wait.
Sorry about that. I was a little fast on the draw there.
So tomorrow, Michael Tellinger at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific, and it's on. It's in room 1. So we got to get covered by the big, media Hubcast media. So Michael Tellinger's a big deal. Come in and get inspired about how we can live cooperatively in our own town and stop being owned by money and banks.
Michael Tellinger is brilliant. I'm glad you're going to be interviewing him. That's 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock Eastern. Thank you so much, Ananda. Thank you. All right, we are going to hear from one last person, and then we'll go to our Global Peace Tribe announcements. And it's Ingrid in the hub. Hello, Ingrid. You need to unmute.
Hello. Yes, I'm actually in the hub. We've just had people in and out. Ananda was in here a few minutes before she came into your room. It's just like a revolving door in here sometimes.
And explain to our audience what the hub is.
The hub is similar to an information desk at a major conference that you go to. Just like in a brick and mortar conference room, you have lots of different rooms that events are being held in. And in our convergences, we have Zoom rooms instead of brick and mortar rooms, but we still have many events happening in different places. And so the opportunity to come in and find out how to navigate between Zoom and the website and learn more about what events are happening and how to get involved, how to go to events, how to volunteer, how to get interested and involved in missions that are happening. Basically, it's the hub and spoke system. We just bring people in and then send them back out.
Fantastic. Well, Becky's writing that you're an absolute hub angel and your sister. So thank you, Ingrid, for all that you're doing.
You're very welcome, and blessings to everyone, and have a wonderful and exciting week as we are kicking off here. This is so cool.
Fabulous. Thank you very much. Is there anything in particular you want to make sure people know about that hasn't been mentioned?
I think we've talked about so many things. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head.
I know there's like that moment of, gosh, what could I say? If anything comes to mind, pop it in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we actually are going to hear from one more person. You've seen her on the show frequently, and it's Christy Michaels. And hello, Christy. You need to unmute.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
We sure can.
Yeah, okay, great. So I'm having the good fortunes of being in the room about peace on earth. And I wanted people to hear the stories. There's amazing stories about how one woman impacted the fall of the Berlin Wall with her peace work. and the stories about the Liberian peace women who took out a brutal dictator through their peace meditation. And it really speaks to what we're doing here at Unity.Earth and the awakening world, because people need to understand that the soft skills of peace do really work. So please come and join me. I'm going to be doing this talk on Wednesday. Let's see, I think the time is at 1, if that's right. So anyway, it'll be at California time. So anyway, thank you.
6 p.m. Eastern, actually.
I'm sorry?
6 p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, great. Good.
I just
Thank
put
you.
the link in the chat.
Oh, perfect. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christine. Christine will be doing a Big Awakening World show with us. My co-host, Eden Amadora, will be coming back on July 22nd, which is about 4 weeks or 5 weeks from now. And it'll be celebrating the Feast of the Magdalene. And Eden leaves next week for France, which she's doing this whole Mary Magdalene tour and journey. So we will look forward to seeing you on July 22nd, Christy.
Thank you, dear. I really appreciate it. It's my favorite topic in the whole world is to talk about Magdalene and to hear about what Eden's ventures in France are. There's nothing like walking the land and going in the temples and being in the caves. And it's just very powerful. So thank you.
Absolutely. It's going to be very special. All right. We are winding down, but don't go away. We still got a couple of other wonderful things. We are one love. We are World Unity Week. We are Awakening World. We are Light Touch. We are all these different ways of bringing our energies together and raising our consciousness. I want to really encourage everybody to join us for our Sacred Sunday show tomorrow. Chief Phil is kind of the person that's co-created it with me, along with Adriana Alvarez, and Janice Hall has helped out. And it's going to be a really special show. There's going to be 2 parts to it. Every quarter when we enter a new equinox or solstice, Abigail Spinner McBride comes on board, and she's a lot of fun. She sings, she dances, she creates magic, and she kind of helps us prepare for the new season. And of course, it's going to be the summer solstice for those of us up north, and for our friends down south, it's the winter solstice. So Abigail's going to kind of guide us into what that's all about. And then Chief Phil has brought together several Indigenous elders who are going to share with us about how the union of the condor, hummingbird, quetzal, and eagle is happening and rising. So that's going to be a very, very powerful show. Please join us tomorrow morning. That's at 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern. And for any of you watching on Facebook, please make sure you join the Global Peace Tribe between now and then, so you can actually come in and come on into the Zoom rooms where it all happens. There's a lot of activity that takes place in the Zoom room, and that's where we put all the links, discounts. There's a lot of conversation between the presenters and the people in the audience. Come join the Global Peace Tribe. It's a powerful group of people. We get together, as I say, 3 or 4 times every week online. We now do live events. We had a retreat in LA. Pooki was at the retreat with Bob. They played music. Kristin Hoffmann, Larissa Stowe, all played live at our LA retreat. And of course, we had a retreat in Sedona, and we're going to do more. And again, you go to Global Peace Tribe, you click register, you learn about all the different shows that we're doing, and you get the Zoom rooms to all of our shows for now all the way through September 30th. So now's the time to join. I know a lot of you are in the current season, but the current season does end June 30th. So if you haven't registered, make sure you re-register so you don't miss anything. Also, for people that are part of our subscription base, we send out every Monday an email with the recordings and the replays so you can go back and watch. So we're really here to serve you, but we need your support. And as you've heard, we want to triple our audience. That's my goal. Now, I need your help for that to happen. Have a watch party. Pick a show that you really like that we're going to be doing live. Invite some friends over to watch it. Or go to our YouTube channel, pick a show that we did in the past that really touched your heart. Invite friends to come over and watch it together. Buy subscriptions for your friends. We really do a lot of amazing things, and I want to grow our audience, and I need your help in growing the audience. So please, please, please do help us. And again, a reminder that next Wednesday night, in lieu of a traditional Awakening World, usually what we do is we do an Awakening World that's kind of more focused on social activities. Last Wednesday, we did a wonderful show on Juneteenth. Well, next Wednesday night, we all are going to focus our attention on Kristin Hoffmann's concert. So definitely join us Wednesday night. But go into World Unity Week. If you haven't already registered, register right now. And it's free, and you can enjoy her entire concert next Wednesday night. All right, those are the Global Peace Tribe announcements. And I think we are pretty well complete for the evening, except we always like to close with an Omashar song. So it took a long time for us to get to an Omashar song, and then we get two in a short period of time. Isn't that something?
What a concept is that? And tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern, you can enjoy a whole hour of fellowship with divinely inspired music and Becky dancing in the background. So that's going to be awesome. So tune into worldunityweek.org for that. And here is a song that we all know and love. Oh, remember that, Jay. Anyway, I was just thinking of Jay because I really appreciate you, Jay. I appreciate your music and your creativity and the light that you bring to us all, but especially me. I have to have a chuckle because some of the music is quite interesting, and I chuckle as your musician, knowing how perhaps you put it together. So thank you, brother. And I can't hear you. You're going to say something?
I feel exactly the same way. And your music, it just keeps getting better every week, which is...
Thank you. I know we have this show, we can polish it up. It's so cool. Thank you, Scott.
So I was actually singing and playing along with you. And
oh, good.
We was thinking we could do 2-3-part harmonies and some.
Well, we possibly could. Let's do this. And here we go with a 3-part harmony. One. That's on. So important. La, da, 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 The awakening world is rising through our hearts, through our lives, as we take the next steps together, walking toward no disguise. Here we are again, loving all we see. Lift each other up, let each other be, healing all the past,
healing you and me, loving all that's off, loving what's to be. The awakening world is rising through our hearts, through our lives, as we take the next steps together, walking tall, no disguise. The awakening world, the awakening world, the awakening world, the awakening world. Nothing left to say, nothing left to do. Let your spirit shine, let your spirit through. And time is what we have, time to think anew. Let inspiration flow, let inspiration through. The awakening world is rising through our hearts, through our lives, as we take the next steps together, walking tall, no disguise, no.
What a perfect song to end. Let's all twinkle Omashar. I love that song, obviously. Thank you so much, brother.
You're welcome. It's so fun because music is a circuit, and when there's receptivity, it all feeds back. It doesn't matter if we're all in these different Zoom rooms, we are so together, and it just lifts everything, my heart, my voice, and we're all in this circuit together, so it's us singing together.
And isn't it wonderful to see all of our friends from all over? I'm putting Ben, who is still in his car, I think.
I think he's fallen asleep on the side of the road.
Ben, what another great year, another great start to World Unity Week. Thank you for everything you've done. And it's just the start, everybody. Let's make sure we participate as much as we can. And don't worry, if you miss something you want to see, you can always catch the recording of it. So, Omashar, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Ben, much love to you. Good night, everybody. I'm going to go to gallery view, wave good night, and we'll see you all hopefully tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody.
Beautiful show, Scott. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Ben.